Welcome to Learned and Go-Go, the podcast. Happy Wednesday. I cannot believe it's Wednesday again already. I am your host, and I am also the author of Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go, How a Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self. You can get this at learnedingogo.com, and I am so excited to be here with everybody. Let's see who is in the comments. All right, we have Luna Projects, we have Aaron, we have Sosibarian, we have Lizzie. I am so excited that you guys are all here. And seriously, it seemed like we were just doing this. I love when I get back to hanging with you guys again so quickly. That is so awesome to see. I love watching you guys say hey to everybody in the comments. That is so cool. And let me know what is going on with you, what I can plug for you, what I can give you a shout out for. If you guys know me, my one thing is that when the tide comes in, all ships rise. We need to support each other. I am so grateful to all of you who share my stuff on your pages, and I try to reciprocate as much as possible when I see you guys posting things to shout it out, to share it. So I just encourage you all to do that because we need some more positivity lately. It's been really heavy. So any way that you can lift each other up, I want to encourage you today to do that. Doesn't cost you anything to share something on your page. So go ahead and do that. So let's see here. Okay. Just seeing if there's any new comments. All right. So the first thing that I wanted to do tonight, because this showed up in my news feed today, and I'm so excited, is that I want to wish a very, very happy 2-year friend anniversary to Erin. Because honestly, it seems like, what, it's only 2 years? Like, you've been my family forever. But when that came up today and it was a Wednesday, I wanted to give you a special shout out because you are so amazing and I appreciate you and Lizzie so much. And I was going to send you some love. And I'm just so glad that Johnny introduced us. And that must mean that it's been 2 years since I got to interview you for the Necrofiends of the Frozen Dead show that I did with Johnny. And it was so fun. And you were so great because I had no clue what I was doing. And you let me build the plane while I was flying it. So I wanted to say thank you. And I will have to repost that because that was a lot of fun. And that was when I first heard about The Legend of Bloody Bones. And I can't wait to see it. And now you've got Stagnant going on. You have so much going on. The other one just fell out of my head, and I was just on your page, and I saw the post for it. Put it in the comments where you're the Reverend Mallory. I can't think of it. I'm so sorry. I'm having a brain fart. But yes, I just wanted to send love and say thank you. And I'm just so excited when I saw that today. I was like, oh, love you guys. So very, very cool for that. And like I said, I can't believe it's only been 2 years. It seems like all of you out there I've known my whole life because I love you and you're my family. So let's see what I had in the notes today. Beware the Devil's Wrath. Thank you, Lizzie. That was going to drive me insane. Yes, it's Beware the Devil's Wrath. Check it out. And mentioning Johnny, he's got a lot of exciting stuff going on too. Yes, and Erin also has the contract upcoming. Excellent. Been seeing a lot of posts about that one too. Johnny has, of course, a lot of us are involved in Curse of the Ghostwriter. If you are not on the page following this one, you should. There were just more people introduced to the cast this past week. Super exciting. Cannot wait to see that when it comes out. And also, he's been sharing a lot about Poultrygeist 2, which is coming out soon, which is super cool. We've both been talking about that one because that was the first trauma movie that I watched was Poultrygeist. So I'm like super excited that Poultrygeist 2 is coming out to continue my trauma watching pleasure because that was the first one's what introduced me to trauma. You might think Toxic Avenger, you might think Nukem High. No, 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 no. I dove in with Poltergeist. So that was my introduction. Um, but yeah, I'm just scatterbrained, guys. I've been struggling today. You ever have one of those days where it's just like so brain foggy and so ADHD? I I have not completed hardly anything today. Like I've walked into a room and seen the things I've started and just like abandoned and just like been like, oh, shiny, like and off to the next thing. So if I'm a little scatterbrained tonight, um, please forgive me. It's just one of those days. You guys know that song? That was terrible. I'm sorry, my voice just went oif. Luna Project says, what's sad is I think you and I became friends on my now Dexter profile because when I had that hacking incident, I switched back to this one. That might have told you how long we've been friends, and you knew you were in Texas at the time. And Sissavarian says, sounds like my inner life. I'm telling you, my brain is so busy, but so disconnected. It's just like, it's almost like fireworks are going off with my thoughts. And it's actually kind of terrifying because I can't focus today. It's cuckoo. Yes, inner ADHD is the thing. I actually have a referral to go see a neuropsychiatrist to possibly get an ADHD um, diagnosis. I keep forgetting to call. Like I just keep getting distracted and it's cuckoo bananas. Hey Kyler, so glad you're joining us tonight too. So glad you're here. So last week I was wearing my Flyer sweatshirt because our hometown hockey team is in the playoffs for the first time in a long time. And they are playing again as I speak, but I'm not wearing the sweatshirt because the last game that they played, well, partially because I wore it last week, and I try to not wear the same thing every week. See, ADD, because now I'm going to tell you this is my cousin's design. This is actually a photograph that she took. Super cool. I don't know if you can see like the little horns and the umbrella. So shout out to my cousin. But I was going to wear it again today, but I'm superstitious and they lost the last time I wore it, so I didn't want to wear it again. But then they won the first time I wore it and the second time I wore it. So are they going to lose today? And if they do, is it because I'm not wearing the sweatshirt? So I want to know what kind of superstitions you guys believe in, like whether it's breaking a mirror is 7 years bad luck, like one of the classic ones, or do you have things like, sports teams, things like that, like you have to wear the certain thing at a certain event for good luck. It doesn't have to be a sports event. Do you have like lucky socks, like something like that, or maybe a piece of jewelry that you have to wear because, okay, yeah, so superstition and lucky, like do you have anything like that that you believe in? Because there's so many different superstitions. Like when I'm driving, if the light's yellow, I kiss my hand and touch the ceiling of my car, and that will keep it yellow until I get through the intersection. Like things like that. Okay, Lizzie says all of them, all the superstitions. I love that. Like I don't have a superstition, I have all of them. Let's see. Kyler says, oh, I have no luck, then all the luck. So me and my luck are always fighting. Aw. Hey, Reese, I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you. You are amazing, my friends. I appreciate you. Thank you for hopping on tonight. And Kyler, I don't know if you watch my positive affirmations. I'm just going to keep plugging my stuff tonight. But every morning I do a positive affirmation, which I share on both my Learned and Go-Go, the podcast, Facebook page, and YouTube page. And one of the cards, I have them right here. They're called affirmators. I always say I'm not affiliated with the company. A friend of mine gave them to me. They were a gift. And I like to use them every morning. But there's one, I'm not going to search for it right now, but it's impermanence. And it talks about how whether things are good or bad, they're just temporary. So if you're having a good time of your life, take the time to appreciate it and be glad that you had it. And if you are having a bad time, just know the good times are coming again. So if you're in an unlucky part, just know the luck is coming again, because that's the way that life works. I use an example in my book, Everything I Need to Know I Learned About Go-Go, about a pendulum and how, life swings back and forth through the seasons. So when you said that, it just reminded me of that. Hey, Johnny's here. Love you too, bro. I'm so glad you are here. Yes, Aaron is firm on not splitting a pole. I don't split the pole either, because then you split your relationship, you split your friendship. Don't ever split the pole. I agree with that one. Luna says, I have several or luck type things. Not sure what it's considered, but bad things happen in threes. Yes, that's a common one too. Or like when a celebrity dies, it's always like, it's going to be threes. Who's going to be next? Keith Richards is still hanging in there. He's going to outlive all of us, I think. But that's one for sure. Do you guys pick up pennies? And if you do they have to be heads up? And if they're heads down, are you like me and you flip them before you pick them up? Because somewhere along the line, I heard that heads down pennies are bad luck. So I don't pick them up, but I will flip it and then I'll pick it up. So Severian says, I experience radio precognition a lot. I don't know what that means, my friend. Could you please explain that to me? Because I don't know what radio precognition is. Kyler says, here's a great example. I pull a great expensive card from a Magic the Gathering pack on one day, then nothing worth keeping another day. Well, that's just, yeah, I get that. But you know what? Be glad you got the one. And just know there's probably more coming your way. So let's see. Lizzie says, I pick up all abandoned money and give it a good home. Amen to that. My grandmother, when we were little, I think I've told you about my parents' hometown before. It's literally, there's Main Street, Church Street, and Allen Street. That's the entire town. And Church Street has the church, and it also had the school. And then Main Street had my pop-up's firehouse. He was the fire chief. And it also had my mom's general store. She had a general store, post office, deli. It was like all in all convenience store before they were really a thing. And she used to say the kids would take their change and they didn't think pennies were worth anything. So they'd throw them on the ground and she'd go out, collect all the change, and she'd have like tons of money because she just saved it and then cashed it in. So all money is good money. Hey, Lucy Resident is here too. Yay. Thank you for hopping on and joining us. That is awesome. Let's see. Oh, hey, Annie. Give her our love too. She's watching the Pistons basketball playoff. That's fair. That is fair. But please tell her that we said hi and we love her. Okay, so Severian says, thinking or humming or singing a song and then turn on the radio within an hour and a half. Hear the song on the radio. Okay, my ex used to make fun of me for that because I used to think of a song and it could be the most random freaking song. Mine was, and then it would be on the radio. And it would be something so bizarre or so niche. And he'd be like, how do you do that? I'm like, I don't know. So that's really funny. I didn't know you did that too. That's really funny. Yep. And Luna says that happens to me too. I thought it was an ADHD thing. We are back on the ADHD. I'm telling you. And where we used to live, where I went to high school, I used to freak my mom out because I'd be like, get the phone. And she's like, it's not ring. And it would start ringing. And she's like, stop that. I'm like, I don't know. I can tell you when the phone's going to ring. I couldn't tell you who was on it. And this was before caller ID. So that would have been a really cool skill to have. But I knew when the phone was going to ring. And it was freaking weird. And now Kyler's getting a phone call. That's bizarre. That is really bizarre. Okay. Lizzie says, my grandpa was a janitor at an elementary school. He swept up so much change every day, you could hear him jangle up the stairs when he got home. And it wasn't just his janitor keys, right? Because janitors have those big key things. I used to use that when I was bartending. I had it would clip on my top of my pants. and it had the retractable keychain, but I'd have my bottle opener on it, so I could be like, psh, and let it go, and then you never lose your bottle opener. And Luna says, that's weird because I do it often. Okay. So Severian says, reminds me of a Roger Waters song, Radio Waves. We don't like him, though. When we when we went to go see, was the movie just called, it wasn't The Wall, the original Wall, but it was the Roger Waters thing. What was it called, So Severian? Where we went to the IMAX theater together. And we were like really loving the concert footage, and then Roger Waters would start talking and we were like, boo, hiss. That's funny. Luna says, I woke up knowing that my grandpa passed, and then the phone rang and my dad came to find me, and I already knew. That's a sad one, and I'm so sorry. That happened. I dreamt about my friend getting in a car accident, and when I woke up, that's exactly how he had died while I was dreaming it. So I know what that's like, and it's really heavy, and I'm sorry. Sometimes these things, like, they are gifts, but sometimes they're heavy gifts. So, and Lucy also says I do the dreams in advance. So you know what we're talking about too. Psst, Roger Waters, The Wall, yes. Absolutely. Aaron says, I've had moments of premonition throughout my life. Yep. I think that brings us all together. I think that a lot of us have those same gifts, and that's how we found each other. Because when I talk to a lot of you guys, like, we've had similar experiences, and I think it's really cool that we all found each other. Hey, oh, yeah, Lucy saying hi. I saw Hey, a Scorpio, and I'm like, my mind, again, jumping all over the place, went to Robert Scorpio from General Hospital, who just recently passed away. And I was just like, that was I read Scorpio and went there. I'm sorry. And Luna also knew that her grandma was going to pass last year. That sucks. I'm so sorry. My cousin is here. I have conjured her up wearing her shirt. I was telling everybody that you made this shirt from your photo, and I love it. So I'm so glad that you are joining us tonight, because I get to go play with my cousin this weekend, which will be so fun, because I haven't seen her in months since she moved away, but she's very, very happy where she moved. So as much as I miss her, I am happy for her. And let's all give her a Tatiana for this upcoming weekend. I don't know if she wants me to share why, but Tatiana to my cousin. And if you're new here, Tatiana is just cheers. There's a story about a girl I used to work with named Tatiana in my book, which you can get at learnedandgogo.com. I'm telling you, I'm just going to keep hyping myself this show. I usually forget to promote anything, so I think I'm just going to make up for it in this episode. But Tatiana to you all. And it doesn't have to be booze. You know, we welcome whatever works for you. Booze, water, soda, take a toke, pop a gummy. We don't judge. So, yes, I'm so excited to see you too. Awesome, awesome. And because my friend Luna wants you guys to connect, because she would love to see more of your photos. I think you guys would get along great. Oh, cool. So my cousin's getting married on May the 4th. And getting officiated by, I'm just kidding. No, we're not going that far, but it's a May the 4th be with you Star Wars wedding, and I'm so excited. I'm like so stupid excited. So congratulations. Yay. Lizzie said, oh wait, I think I missed a comment. I'm sorry, Lizzie. My grandma called my mom every time to let her know that she, my mom, was pregnant from across the country. That's funny. That is premonition. She also knew when I got my ears pierced in Germany because her ears turned burning red in New Jersey. That is one hell of a connection. That's so cool. Luna says, congrats, May the 4th be with you, because it's going to be so fun. I'm so excited. Everyone I've told about it is like just so excited for you too, because it's such a cool thing. I love it. Tell my boyfriend to calm down. So Severian said, sorry, cookies kicking in. And of course, now Alfie is being demanding. Alfie is my boyfriend, and it is also Severian's dog. So that's why it is so close. So we got what? The 1, 2. Well, it's only because today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So 2 more sleeps until I see you. And then a couple more sleeps till the wedding. So, all right, Lucy resident. She likes to get us drunk. So, Tatiana, again. All right. And if you are just joining, we are talking about superstitions that you believe in, things you think are lucky. And, oh, another one I was going to add to this. Do you make wishes? Because I am a big wisher maker. I wish on 11/11. I do, the birthday candle wishing. I do, what else do? I like 318. That's my number. And I see that a lot on clocks and all. To me, that's like a good luck wishy time. So do you wish on dandelions? Because I like to do that too. The poofy ones. You can't really, I mean, maybe you can, but I don't get enough air to like blow the yellow top off of those dandelions. But the poofy, the wishy ones. Do you ever make wishes or things like that? Tell me what you wish on. Oh, another one. I just remembered. Aren't you supposed to wish if your necklace is off center and you bring it back like that? Lizzie says, wish on all the things, pennies, dandelions, angel numbers, stars, candles, all the things. You got all the superstitions and all the wishes, and I am here for it. I love that. Oh, did you have to come over to the Facebook side, Erica? We all know who you are, so I'm glad that you're still on here, even if you're hopping platforms. 1313 is lucky for Aaron. That's cool. And Lucy also says yes, do all the wishing. Aaron says, if May can stop with the rain, I'm all for it. Are you guys getting a lot of rain? We're in a drought, so we need to like meet in the middle. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Pop back. Crickets are lucky. I don't think I've ever. You know what? Actually, that's tingling a brain cell back here, maybe. But I forgot about that. And crickets again remind me of my mom. She must be coming to visit soon because I keep seeing all kinds of things that remind me of her. I posted on somewhere, I don't remember, that I was out throwing the tennis ball for Muffy in the front yard, and there's just little patches of violets just randomly growing on the lawn. And my mom always had violets in her house. And like, I can't keep a plant alive. I've told you guys this before. I am the waiting room for plants to meet Jesus. If you ever have like a plant problem, you want to get rid of it, give it to me. Give it to me. It will be gone. I will follow every direction in the book and it'll still die. So I've tried to have violets because I believe they're a kind that you have to have, like the male ones and the female ones are like 2 different kinds. And then you're like, now kiss, and then they're supposed to stay alive. But I've never had luck with them. So for them to be randomly growing out of my lawn, I take as a sign that my mom was saying hi. So what did you just say? Crickets. Also, if you guys are just joining me, I am like ADHD central tonight. So please excuse we're going to be, hold on to your butts because the topics are going to be, like switching all over the place. Crickets. When we were growing up, my mom's house had lots of crickets. So when we would wake up in the morning, before you put your shoes on, you'd have to shake them out to make sure there were no crickets in it, because more than once I stuffed my foot into squish. So gross. Don't ever want to do that. Let's see here. Yes, it was in Mulan. Mulan had the lucky cricket. That's why I know that. Yes. Chinese or Japanese. It's an Asian thing for sure. But yeah, there was the luck cricket, right? Wasn't that in Mulan? Lizzie says, Texas has been having a weird April. Lots of rain for us. Up north just got hail and a tornado. I heard there were a lot of tornadoes, and I hope everyone's safe because that's so scary. Aaron said, the sports one got me. LOL, I think they are funny. The sports luck superstition one? Catch me up. I'm sorry. My brain is cuckoo bananas. Oh, okay. Love you, cousin. If you don't make it back, then I will see you in a couple days. I'm so excited. And she says, have a great night, everyone. Squirrel exit. That's me. I'm telling you, at least I'm being honest about it. Not every show can be my best show. Sometimes I'm just spaghetti brained. But that's, I will always just be me. Aaron says, like a coach saying I have a running back that hasn't washed his jockstrap in years because he thinks flies are lucky. Exactly. There are people that do that. Like I wash the sweatshirt, I don't go that far. But I do have, all right, I'm going to share something. Don't laugh at me. I have Eagles undies. And during football season, I make sure my Eagles undies are clean every week so I can wear them for the game because I believe that they are lucky. And I do have Eagles shirts and hoodies, and I have Eagles PJ pants. I'm actually wearing Eagles sweatpants right now. They say "Go Birds." So I do the sports thing, but I don't do the unwashed sports thing. That's just gross. So Severian says spaghetti is the engine of creativity and conquest. Okay. I'm going to give a Tatiana to that because I got a tickle in my throat and I don't want to cough from y'all's ears. Tatiana. That's funny. So yeah, sorry, I do have to still cough, so I'm just going to mute myself. Okay, don't want to blow out anybody's eardrums. Luna says crickets are harbingers or harbingers? Harbingers. I don't know how to pronounce. I know the word, I just don't know how to pronounce it. They're good fortune. They bring it to you. They carry you good fortune. That's what that big word means. So, but I also do crystals. I always have my amethyst. I have my amethyst ring and my amethyst necklace. And I do have a jar of crystals as well. I have my rainbow hematite. So I believe in all kinds of lucky things. And, I do believe in energy. So I do believe it gets stored in different ways. All of that. And it is both Chinese and Japanese, the crickets. All of that together, I'm, vastly more happy with my life than unhappy. So whether it's because of the rocks I wear or just from trying to look at the happy side of shit, I don't know. But I'm going to keep going with it because it's not hurting anything. So it's funny that we were talking about predicting songs because the other thing that I had on my list, see, premonitions, is do you guys ever just start singing random songs? And is there a song you sing more than others that's kind of like your go-to? Like some people whistle. I find myself either singing or like doing the tune to a song. And the one that I find myself singing the most, and this is like, and it's not singing because it's just the tune, is the theme to the A Team. And I have no idea why. Like I will be walking through the kitchen, dun, 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 dun. It's like stuck in my head all the time. And then I start making up lyrics to what I'm doing to the tune of the A Team theme song. I have no idea why. Or then there's other songs that like I'll just start singing to my dog. And her name's Muffy. So like I make up songs about her and I'll just be like, hey, Muffalina, like, all right. And I just like sing random stuff all day long. So tell me some of your favorite random songs that you like to sing. Put them in the comments. I can't be the only one that does like TV themes, but it's always the A Team. And I have no idea why, because that one's really random. I'm so glad you made it back out of the Matrix, Aaron. Welcome back. He says, I was watching the show, but everything you had already said, and I was like, what's going on? I had to leave and come back. I'm sorry. There has been so many glitches with just everything technology. I know that Mercury is not in reverse cowgirl right now. I cannot blame that. I don't know what's going on. Something is just tilted in the universe and disrupting everything, and it's annoying. I know we have YouTube issues occasionally, um, but my laptop that I use for work just has randomly decided it does not want to be friends with the internet anymore. So, probably 15 to 20 times a day, I just have to put the password back in and then it reconnects and they're friends again for a little bit and then it boots it. And it's the only thing in the house not connecting to the internet. So I know it's that computer, it's not the internet. But why? You've worked fine all this time. And now you're just like, they got in a fight or something. They're not talking. Stupid. Let's see. Luna says, I have this coin my friend gave me one night that I always have in my change purse. That is awesome. I love that. Erin says, we have you on 4 different screens in the house. Well, thank you. Hi, 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 all your screens. Happy to be here and here and here and here. That's awesome. Luna says, it's a weird mix. Mana from the Muppet Show, among other random songs. Yeah, that one pops into my head too. Do, 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 do. Mana. Do, 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 do. So Severian news. I break out in song all the time. We'll be on the phone and I just start singing. He has to listen to me sing all the time. But I think it's just a reflection of I listen to so many different songs that and so many different types of music that it makes sense that something weird's going to pop out eventually just because I listen to so many different things. Oh my gosh, Kyler, that was a long phone call, but welcome back. We're just talking about, do you have random songs that pop into your head? For me, it's the A-Team theme song. I wind up singing. How many times have I sang this one to you? So if you guys are not familiar with The Lonely Island, it's a couple of the comedians from Saturday Night Live whose names are escaping me right now. And they did a song with Michael Bolton, and it's the song that made me really like Michael Bolton because he comes in, the video's fantastic. You guys have to check it out. It's on YouTube. They're called The Lonely Island, and I think the song's just called Captain Jack Sparrow. And Michael Bolton's late to the recording session because he was watching a Pirates of the Caribbean marathon. And so they're like, okay, you ready? He's like, let's do it, and they start rapping about being at the club and picking up women, and he's just like, I'm not your Mr. Nice Guy. I'm the kind of guy that meets you, takes you home and fucks you twice guy. Like that's like the kind of thing that they're singing. And then Michael Bolton comes in. This is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow. It's so fucking funny. Like you have to see that. It's just hysterical. I love it. Love it. So Severian says, me too. I hated him before, but he was just so fucking cool about it. And the other thing was apparently what they wanted him to sing was so much worse than what he actually did do. And some of the stuff, especially for someone with Michael Bolton's, reputation for music, being the sitting on the dock of the bay or what, like Mr. Love Songs guy. We're not talking about when he had the hairband Bolton, which if you didn't know, he had his own hairband. That was a choice. But then he got famous with like the adult contemporary, and then he was singing opera, and for him to be singing what he does about Scarface and all is hilarious. But in an interview, he was like, yeah, when I saw what they wanted me to sing, I was like, guys, I can't say that. So what he says is the tamer version of what they wanted him to say, and it's still hysterical. Let's see here. I'll be singing that for the rest of the night, thanks to So Severian. He says, anything by Rammstein or Till Lindemann. I don't know Till Lindemann. Oh, that's Kyler. Sorry, I thought that was also So Severian. Yeah, Rammstein gets in my head sometimes, for sure. Dick in a Box is classic, and I sing that every year. It is in my Christmas songs because I just love when Justin Timberlake comes in with a wow. Like that's my favorite part of the whole song. And yeah, that one will get stuck in your head, and that's the one you got to like watch that you don't just bust out singing in the grocery store or something when it's in your head. Um, let's see here. That's what you'll do in the Walmart backlot on the karaoke app walking Alfie tomorrow. Okay. Um, do you want me to share that with everyone that what you do, Sosavarian, so that maybe you can get some more followers? I'm sorry, Tatiana, everyone. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Kyler says, uh, okay, Till is the vocals for Rammstein. He has two solo bands. I don't think I ever knew that. And I knew it sounded familiar, but I wasn't putting that together. Um, oh, you can't follow it? Okay. There's an app called Smule. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but Sosavarian does karaoke songs on there. So very entertaining. But you can't follow it, I guess. So I guess you can look them up though, right? Can they do that? Let's see. Luna says, Du hast is my Rammstein song that gets stuck. That one will definitely get stuck, but I get stripped in my head, and I think it's just from working in the clubs for so many years. Like that was one that they would play for me all the time. They play Du hast too, um, but I get like that voice in my head. And another, it's funny because like that's like my German harder rock songs, but then there's a group called And One, and they have a song Mirror in Your Heart, and that's a German band too, that but they're more like pop kind of. Love, love, love that song. And it's so hard to find. I think I found it on YouTube and I had appropriated it from the internet, but since I have an iPhone, you can't add that stuff easily. The non-live version of it, I really, really love. It is on one of my mixed CDs still, so if I can find that, I can listen to that version of it. But really, I love that song, so I suggest you guys look that one up. Uh, okay, so Severian says, keep in mind it's all for learning for me, but my imitations are sometimes funny. Yes, absolutely. We'll have to just have you share what you want to share. You don't have to share anything that you don't want anybody to see because I don't want anybody feeling uncomfortable about anything. So let's see. Lizzie says my favorite Rammstein song is called Engel. Is that angel in German? Or do they just look similar? Because that's what I would assume it means, but I don't want to make an ass of you and me, as they say about assuming. Luna says, did I send you Wardruna? I don't think you did. And Luna also loves that song. Aaron says, Sos will have to have a big karaoke party. That would be so fun. I love singing karaoke. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but I have so much fun singing anyway. So, yay! Smart deduction. Yep. Using my spaghetti brain for good right now, which is good. All right. So, yes, that would be awesome, actually. I think that would be super fun. There has to be a way. Kyler says, I can sing them all. We're making this karaoke party happen. There has to be a way that we can do it all online together. I think that would be so fun. That would be okay, you guys. Now I'm getting super excited about it. I once cleared out a Chili's doing Alanis Morissette karaoke. There was like 16 people there, and then there was like 4. But I have fun. And it's interesting that my voice has gone, and I figured it out because I was like, it's really weird, and I was never like professional level, but I always did show choir. I did school chorus. I did church choir, like I sang all the time. And then all of a sudden I start singing and my voice is just gone. Like notes just either don't come out or come out like they're, half kazoo. Like they sound horrible. Well, when my 2 youngest were little, they went to school where their dad lives, which is not the same state. It's like an hour away. So we had like true 50-50 custody. So on my days when I took them to school, I was in the car for 4 hours. We would sing, like singing. And like if I'm not home by myself, I don't really sing because, people close their doors or whatever. But um when they got old enough to get driver's licenses, I stopped being in the car so much. I stopped singing all the time. And it really is a muscle. And when you don't use it, so I miss it because I love to just sing. So I need to make the time. Maybe I'll just go sit in my driveway and sing. Lizzie says, I was going to say astute, but that word escaped me for a moment. I understand for sure. Severian says, I got the hook in the first line of a Marilyn Manson song, full imitation. I don't like the drugs. I love that song. Lucy's laughing at us. Since I don't know when that comment came in, I don't know what you're laughing at, but that's awesome. The Rocky Horror StreamYard show. I love that. I would absolutely do that if I didn't think I'd get in big copyright trouble. But I would absolutely love that. Yoink, sir, Applebee's is a family restaurant. Luna says I was singing Lady Gaga earlier. I love that. Exactly, Lucy. Vocals are a muscle. If you don't use it, it becomes loose. 100%. Which Lady Gaga? Million Miles is a good private car song for me, I must confess. I don't think I know that one. I've been like, my favorite of hers most recently is Bloody Mary. Like, I listen to that one a lot. But she's got some good stuff. Phantom of the StreamYard. I love it. That would be hysterical. We have to find a way to do this without getting in trouble. Okay, Luna was singing Shallow. I just, oh, okay. I would only get in trouble if I post it, not if I don't. Okay. That is awesome. Good to know, Erin. Thank you. Because that would be fun. That would be like Rocky Horror for sure. And then like everybody can be doing the audience participation that they know. We went this past Friday. They had been booking it since November, December. They've been saying April was going to be Shrek. I didn't know if that meant they were showing Shrek instead of Rocky Horror, and they came up with callbacks for Shrek. I was told that my favorite cast member was going to have a very special costume. For those of you who don't know, one of the things I look forward to the most, we go to Rocky Horror. It's Final Fridays with Frank. It's the last Friday of every month. And when I see my favorite cast member, I always have to run up and he gives me a big kiss and he's awesome. And he's a black lab named AJ. So when they do the scene, you're a hot dog, he comes out in a like hot dog costume. Adorable. So I've been looking forward to seeing what the hell they were going to do with Shrek, because last year they did an April Fool's theme, and they edited in a bunch of stuff, like when the sign says "Do not enter," it said or enter at your own risk. At your own risk. Yeah. How long does it take to read 5 fucking words? 5 fucking minutes. Yeah. Enter at your own risk. Instead of that, it said, I assure you we're open, from Clerks. And they basically took out all of the criminologists and put in edits from other movies. It was really, really, really well done. So my thought was it's going to be Rocky Horror with Shrek edited into it. So we go, and it was just Rocky, which was fantastic. Loved it. They had a whole lot of the new Shadowcast people in, so it was really fun to see the newer people do it. No Shrek, no AJ. I have no idea what happened, but it was like really great to see the newer people do it. And if you have a Rocky Horror screening near you with a live cast, go support it, because those are the kinds of things that if you don't support it, it's going to go away. And it's amazing that 50 years later, it's still being shown on a regular basis in so many places. So go support your local Shadowcast and Rocky Horror Picture Show. All that to say, I would love to do that on StreamYard. Let's see here. Aaron says, our only problem is everyone will want to be Frank. Like me, I'm Frank, LMAO. I say we can have a Frank off and everyone can, like we can all see everybody's Frank and be like, yay, and see what's awesome about everybody's Frank. I think that would be, you can't have too much Frank. Yes, Puppy, he's so cute. He's one of the cast members, service dog, and he is so good. He sits at the table for the dinner scene. He's too much. I love him. I absolutely love him. All right, Lucy getting everybody drunk. Tatiana, folks. I don't hate it. I'm here for it. Luna says, every day I sing Changes from Black Sabbath. I love that song. That is a beautiful, beautiful song. So Severian says, frankly, Mr. Frankenfurter. Aaron says, you just want to see me in heels and hose. Hey, I'm not going to lie. I absolutely want to see that. 100%. Luna said, Lucy. Shanklefurter. Frankly, Mr. Shanklefurter. I think you've had enough cookies tonight, so Severian. You're just getting downright silly now. So who would like to play a game? I have a new game. And it's going to be a quick game. But I thought that it would be fun to play Caption This with the last text you've sent. So in the comments, put the last text you've sent, and that will caption this picture. Aaron says, ask Lizzie if I have a Frank down. I think yeah, okay, if you can do Frank, not if you're Frank. Anyway, I bet Lizzie would say you absolutely have Frank down, 100%. And Luna says, me. So I'm going to guess that that's to see you as Frank, or is that your last text, Luna? I'm not sure which one. Lizzie says, is good. I'm guessing that's the caption for this. So Severian says, I have reached almost the Mesozoic level of the site and I'm applying to the Paleo. Okay, artsy crafts. I'm going to take that as that. That's your last text sent. Who the hell did you send this to? I've almost reached the Mesozoic level of the site for video in the Vic 20 pile, and I'm applying the polyurethane to the bases for the cover-up backdrop base. Okay. Aaron's last text is, I do. Luna's is, they use it a lot in Japanese cooking. Oh, no. Oh, that actually is really funny with that. Mine, I think, is LOL, so I'm going to see what it would be. Well, actually, the last one is 2-minute warning, LOL. That seems ominous with the photo there. So I'm just going to give this one more minute to see if anybody else wants to share their last text to go with the caption for this photo. And for those of you listening at home, I just realized not everybody watches this. Some people listen. It's the photo of, it looks like a jacuzzi tub because it looks like it has jets, and there is just blood all over the walls, all over the tub, all over everything. So that's what we are captioning with the last text that you received. So if you're not driving and if you want to play along, you can add your comments after the fact. I know you can add comments to Facebook, and I know Spotify takes comments. I never figure out how to access YouTube comments after the fact, but I believe that is a me problem, not a YouTube problem. So yeah, so I just saw that in my Facebook memories and thought that would be a fun little game to play. And since we have 10 minutes, oh, Lizzie says you're dead sexy in heels. Oh my goodness. Like we already said we want to see. Because Aaron says Lizzie means I'm a randy bugger from day one. That's awesome. Murderbot. Murderbot. I don't know what you're referring to, so Severian, but that's okay. Is that the game you think we're going to play in the last 10 minutes? Because that is not. Murderbot title for the bloody pick mixed with my last text. Okay. Lucy says, who said that? That Aaron is dead sexy in heels and a randy bugger. What? Or is that your last text? Okay, and Aaron can also make his voice sound like Tim Curry, and that doesn't hurt. No, not at all. That's a very, very amazing talent to have. So I'm sure that everyone who is on here tonight can guess what we're going to do with the last 10 minutes because we haven't done it in weeks. Let's play some pick a page. Pick a page, pick a page. Pick a number between 1 and 300 because I don't know. It says 1 and 306, but I don't know what Brenda has in hers. So between 1 and 300 and A or B, Aaron says 34A. All right, my book is A. So we will read from the book of Sydnee. That's so funny. I opened up to page 37 in a row. Okay. On page 34. I couldn't imagine the Charleston, grapevine, or ball change being useful dance steps in this situation, and the stage wasn't big enough for cartwheels. Then there was the whole bare-ass thing. I had just about talked myself out of the audition when Marissa turned to me, looked me dead in the eye, and said the 3 little words that would alter the course of my life forever. I dare you. All right. Lizzie says 169B. Really hope I don't wind up looking at a page of somebody's butthole. So this is the Encyclopedia of Unusual Sex Practices by Brenda Love. I always want to give Ms. Love a shout out. And for those of you who are just joining us, first of all, this is NSFW, not safe for little kids. I don't know why you'd be listening to my show around little kids. But yeah, this is usually can get to pretty graphic. So I wanted to give you the heads up before I start reading. Let's see. Medical scenes. Medical scenes are arousing for many. Iatronudia refers to those who are aroused by pretending to have an ailment so they can undress in front of a doctor. Others set up their own version of an adult sex game of, quote, playing doctor. This may involve any type of role play involving a character from the medical profession and a patient. Less often, it might include a dominant and submissive playing the role of veterinarian and dog. The types of activity vary and include simply wearing costumes, taking vital signs, giving physicals, enemas, catheterization. Why does it always escalate so quickly? Sounding, pap smears. Who's doing that for fun? Come on now. Cupping, prostate exams, very popular at professional S&M houses. Bindings, bondage, genital modifications, mock castration, cicatrization, which is scarring, coprophilia, shaving, electric shock, phlebotomy, piercing, lacing, scrotal infusion, toilet training, defloration, suturing, or stapling. No. No, thank you. I always liked the meme that was like, the guy says to the girl, he's like, you want to go home and play doctor? And then the next thing's her sitting on the couch and she's like, what's he doing? I've been waiting an hour. That one always cracks me up. Yeah, that's that Lizzie says, please don't be gross again. I'm sorry. I go with the numbers you guys give me. So Severian picked 86. Do you want A or B? I'll just go to my book again. We'll go back and forth because Lucy just gave a number too. So I will do 86A and then I will do 17B. So, on a personal level, I have been called names and been disrespected by customers every night that I worked. In the years that I danced, my body changed drastically over time. When I started, I was only a baby adult, not far past my teenage years, and when I decided to quit, I was in my 30s and had had 2 children. But no matter what insults a customer threw at me, I would not allow them to put my fire out, even if I had to repeat the words in my head until I believed them. I was beautiful, I was worthy, and I was loved. So that's that one. And then we've got 17B. Easy as 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's hope it's not gross. All right. This entire page is just about drugs, and I'm just going to read them off because I'm sure we know what most of these are. But it says, in general, drugs, even when taken in moderation, will lower inhibitions and have a slight analgesic effect, making it possible for some premature ejaculators to last longer. However, many make orgasm impossible. Drugs do not initiate sexual arousal, but enhance the feeling if it is already present. And she lists alcohol, amphetamines, amyl nitrate, also called poppers, barbiturates, cocaine, ice, which is meth. Ketamine, LSD, marijuana, MDA, MDMA. We've got 2 pages of drugs. Mescaline, nitrous oxide, quaaludes, because again, this is an old book, Spanish fly, trazodone, the drugs prescribed for depression and known to cause erections that may last several hours. Go to the ER. Yohimbot came from the bark of a tree that was considered part of the pepper family. It is a CNS agent that raises blood pressure and, like Spanish fly, creates itching or irritation of the urethra. Why would you? Caution, there are many issues involved in a decision to use alcohol or drugs to improve sexual arousal. So be careful, especially if you're taking something that's going to make your urethra itchy. Why in the world? Oh boy. Let's see. Luna says, I'm afraid because I always land on a gross one. Hard pass on catheter, yes. I need a dictionary. A dictionary for that book. Hey, my sister's on. Hey, Sissy. Hope you didn't decide to blast this in front of our parents while I'm reading out of the sex book. Luna says, the prostate thing, I know some guys like at least prostate stimulation. I did know that was always, the conversations that we had at the bar. And there were a couple of gay guys that used to come in and they would talk about that all the time. And they're like, if you weren't supposed to do that, why does it feel so good? Something like that. They were really funny. They were really good tippers too. Let's see. Who insults dancers? You're the one paying to look. Jerk offs. Exactly. I know in the book I talk about the one guy that hit me in the forehead with a lime. And I was an asshole. No, these are just guys that have no self-esteem. So it's not even the women, it's the dudes. Dudes get mad because they wouldn't get the money the girls did unless they looked like studs. Trazodone is a sleeping pill. That's what I thought, but it doesn't work on you. Gotcha. If I took the blue pill, I would go through steel. I could not imagine having to tell the ER intake nurse, I've had this boner for 4 hours and it's becoming a problem. Yup. Well, that's what the commercials say. And then I think of True Blood. That was a scene. Tatiana, I'm going to rinse my brain of that memory. But apparently bad things happen if the blood's there for too long. So let's all be careful out there, folks. Let's be smart with our sexual decisions. Stay safe. Make sure that everyone involved knows the rules. I was having this conversation again, talk about it in my book, and I will once again mention that you can get a copy of Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go, How a Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self at learnedingogo.com. Available in paperback, and it is nice and beefy. You get your money's worth. Or also in ebook, which is equally as beefy, but I can't show you that on the Kindle. It's not as impressive as the real thing that you can hold in your hand and smell the pages. So, yes, what was it I just saw? I think, Lucy's getting us drunk again, Tatiana. So this will be the final Tatiana of the evening because the time has come, my friends. I can't believe another hour has flown by. But again, Tatiana to Aaron and I being friends for 2 years, which is crazy. Crazy that it's only been 2 years. Same with Johnny. When that came up, I'm like, how have I only known you for 2 years? But everybody that I did the Necrofiends of the Frozen Dead series with, we're all going to be having like our 2 years, which is so crazy. It's just crazy. It's good crazy. It just seems like I've known you so much longer in the best way, you know? So, all right, so Severian, let's do that. Okay. It's because I said it was the last one and you got to be a smartass. So we're going to Tatiana again. And Luna says, I'm working on a story, my family that served in wars. Okay, keep us in the loop with that so we can support you, please. Want to know all about that. And another thing, guys, during the week, if you have photos of your projects, links, because you guys are my core family that is on here every week. You always support me. You're amazing. So anything that I can pop up on the screen for you, share links to, send them to me. And then I'll be ready for Wednesday, to put them up here and give you guys shout outs and share what you're up to. Because like I said, all ships rise. So send me your info so I can share it, please. And I'm being yeah, well, like I said, Tatiana can be a drink, it can be a smoke, it can be a gummy. You can pop a Reese cup if that's what your thing is, whatever you like to do. So I am going to have to bid you all adieu. We're going to have Cheech and Chong here in a minute. Very nice. But thank you for joining me. Please go to my link tree that has links to my website, to my social medias, to my positive affirmations that I share every morning, and to where you can listen to this podcast as well if you don't have time to keep the Facebook app or the YouTube app open on your phone and you want to listen to it later. I am on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, iHeartRadio. You can also find me on my website. I have the podcast up there too. I love you too, Lizzie. I love all you guys. You are the best. Love you, Luna. Thank you for hopping on here. And as this week goes on, sometimes some crappy things are probably going to happen. And when life is giving you some tough stuff to deal with, make sure you take it head on. Because when you stick your head in the sand, you think you're hiding from the world, but everybody else just sees a big ass. Love ya.